Welcome, guys, to episode 4 of the Division Rival podcast. It is your host, Templar, also known as the director for the league. I am here with Synergy Esports. It is a team that was placed in Group A. I'm very excited to have them on board for Season 1 and to basically show what they have against their competition and other rivals in the league. So, what's up, guys? How are you?
Hello. What's up? Just chilling.
Good, man. How you doing?
Good. I mean, I'm just hanging out, getting the chance to talk to some teams as we get into Season 1. There's some familiar faces, unfamiliar faces, so this really gives me a chance to get a little bit more in-depth for your organization. So, let's go into it. Like, speaking of your organization, Synergy Esports, how long have you guys been around for? How long has this roster been here for?
Oh, man.
This roster is
less than 2 weeks old.
Is there a particular reason? Is it just cycling in and out of players just to find what that sweet spot is?
The team Synergy has been around since like October, but it didn't really take off till like the beginning of February this year.
Okay, so fairly new, but still a lot of potential of what you guys can show. So I mean that'll be exciting. I mean, you guys were placed in Group A. Are you familiar with any teams inside of your group?
2 of them.
Which 2?
I was actually in the Capped clan, their Discord.
Okay.
Like around the same time that I joined Synergy Discord.
Yeah.
And also I've heard of Zelix Gaming.
Okay, so Captain Zelix. A lot of teams know them. They have a good following on Twitter, Instagram, other various social media outlets. They post a lot. And we see a lot of players going in and out of there. Some good things, some not good things. But definitely a team to look out for, an organization that'll, be represented well for Season 1. Are you nervous to play any teams? What team are you looking forward to playing the most out of your group?
Definitely Capped for me. Yeah. Speaking for me, because been a lot of, not really from the Cap Black side, but there's like a lot of back and forth already. I actually made first team on the Cap clan for their academy team. This is only my second week playing competitive COD. I grew up just playing pubs and stuff like that. So I watched Modern Warfare last year, the pro scene, and didn't know how to hop into it. And I just got onto Discord and started finding my way. But the academy team has already said that Cat Black's going to stomp on us. So I was like, I'm just really looking forward to playing them to prove them wrong. Because they're still my teammates. Like, I decided to sub for them because I want to play for Synergy. So.
Oh, nice. So there's definitely conversations off of the Discord, and other various conversations and maybe even their own organization communication channels. So that'll be interesting. So do you happen to know what week you play them in? I can pull it up really fast.
I think it's the second or third week.
Second or third week. Oh, well, I mean, that will give you somewhat of preparation. You get to see Cat Black play their first week against their opponent. You'll be able to watch it live or watch the playback version and just review some to prepare for that specific match, as teams all have that access. So preparation is obviously going to be key. You guys mentioned that you are fairly new, but you guys do have history against a team like that. So I do see potential in you guys. So it'll be great to see if you guys can pick up some maps and series. For your roster specifically, you said it was just formed, but is there anybody specific on the roster that is going to be making that key play or somebody that we should be keeping an eye out for, like in the kill feed or anything?
I was hoping.
Most definitely.
We got a teammate called Kelvy. He's our main sub. Mostly our hill breaker. Was the one being an annoying one. We hoping he could, get some kills that get us hill time and not in control. Get some clutch kills in S&D, but mostly our main SMG.
So with somebody with that much impact on your roster, is if Kelvy doesn't have a good game, you guys don't have a good game, or how is that relationship with his performance on your team?
So we're as a team, like if Kelvy doesn't have a good game, either me as a main AR pick up the slack and be like, okay, let's pick it up, let's work together and get each other's back and get his traits. Or if he's not really having a good day, we say, all right, be bait for a little while. Let's see if we could trade out kills, If not, then we have our second SMG called Blend.
Mm-hmm.
He's our second. He's our Slayer technically, and he could. If Kevin's not doing good, then we have Blend to back him up.
I'll say this: we're new, but it's pretty wild to me that like any four of us at any given time, so far in scrims and even in tournaments, can like pop off or pick up slack. Like it's just like depends on the day. He's just the most consistent, I'll admit, and he's really good. Kelby's really good, but all four of us, Num, Kelby, Blend, and I feel like we all have. There are moments when you're just like, "What the fuck? That was crazy! Like, how'd you do that?" And it's pretty cool to watch, especially like if I get picked off early in S&D or something, and I watch when my teammates do something crazy. It's a great feeling to know that you have 3 other guys on your team that can ace. They're in S&D for sure. Like all of it, I think this is a really good S&D squad. We just have to work a little bit on our respawns, and I think our team will be golden.
For sure. You mentioned Kelvy being the player to look out for, so we'll be
For
keeping
sure.
an eye out if he gets hot. You know, if he gets hot in a series, we know Synergy's on point, but it's also good to have that balance, like you mentioned. If he's not having a good game, you guys are picking up the slack. You guys are shot calling. You guys are making the adjustments needed. You know, you mentioned baiting. You know, trying to get him a little warmed up and gain that confidence back. And I think confidence is key, like going into these matches. You know, so. Let's go back to Synergy Esports, or Synergy as a whole. So when somebody thinks of your team, like going into week 1, week 2, what kind of image do you want to show to the other organizations or anybody else that's watching this?
Just to show them that just because we are a new org, just because we haven't been in tournaments as much, doesn't mean that we don't have potential to be on top.
I'll be honest, I don't want to show them anything. I don't care what they think. Like, I'm here for my team and my org. I'm not here for them.
For sure. I mean, that's a solid point. You guys both have different sides of the spectrum. You know, somebody who cares about their their team and everything like that. But you also you're fighting for a chance to become the champion of Season 1 against some very formidable opponents. You know, against other division rivals. In the scene. So if you definitely do get a result here, people will start noticing. And if you start entering into other leagues, other tournaments along the way, people will have a certain image for you guys and try to, prepare accordingly. But I believe that you guys have full ability to be able to take this league in full stride and be able to get a result and, see if you can make your way into the playoffs despite the little experience you guys may have as a team. Do you guys agree with that at all?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So going back to just basically the season as a whole, what is your expectation? Do you believe that you guys could be the Season 1 champions? Is it targeting for playoffs and going from there? Is it getting key results inside of your league? What is the expectation you have for your team going into this?
I'll start, I guess. I wholeheartedly believe that this team can top tournaments, leagues, all of that. Like, we played our first tournament 2 days ago together, and the team that we didn't even lose to them. We forfeited because that's when Xbox servers were done. The team that we forfeited to was very winnable, and they won the whole tournament. And the tournament yesterday, the Winnerella 1K, they got into the semifinals. I haven't watched the semifinals yet, and to me, that was just like an eye opener. For me personally, I'm just using this league, like this first few months, as experience and getting our team chem up, just trying to work out the kinks. We're all new. I'm for sure 100% new in the comp scene, and we're a brand new, not even just a team, but a brand new org, I think, like you said. So it's just like there's a lot of things to work through still, and we're doing it every day.
Yeah, on the side note, I first want to apologize to whatever player on your roster said Modern Warfare was their first Call of Duty competitive, experience. I think, as you probably heard previously, that Modern Warfare was a tough game to watch competitively. But I'm glad you got into the competitive scene and you get to display your talent here in Season 1. So
Sure.
transitioning. I'm excited to have you guys on board. I believe you guys are excited as well. You mentioned that you're using this as an experience builder. Every team is using this league for different reasons. Some teams are hitting their stride and going for the cash prize, and other teams are using this to build confidence and kind of just to settle their roster down and figure out all the kinks and use the gameplay to figure it all out. So it's nice to hear, your expectations and what you will take for this league. But are there any other questions, comments, concerns like going into this league for ourselves, any people watching, like anything you want to share with them?
If I'm being real, I don't know what questions to ask.
Oh no, it is completely okay. Do you guys want to take the time to shout out your Instagram or anything like that if you have it off the top of your head?
I'm good. Into photo record, guys. Anybody watching the stream, anything? I've been playing since BO2 days, so I have some comp experience, and I'm trying to teach these guys how competitive COD actually is. And I'm very looking forward that for these young guns to come up and like show what they got in this tournament. And it will be fun. Everybody to come watch us play. It's gonna be a very interesting game. I don't know who we're playing against first, but whoever we're playing against, it's gonna be a very interesting game.
I'll shout out my stuff. And yes, Num is like our senior. He helps out a lot
like
with
the grandfather.
Yeah, he's the godfather. He sits at the head of the table. My Twitter is at meticulous_YT. My IG is also at meticulous_YT, and then my YouTube is Meticulous, and you just put Call of Duty after, because there's some nasty toenail YouTube channel that has like 300,000 subs that I got to compete with for my name.
Oh yeah, 100%. All right, well, for sure, anybody who's watching and anybody who follows us on Instagram or Twitter, you guys will be, the team link will be tagged in the photo if you want to just drop them a follow and follow any of the other social media accounts that were just mentioned, especially Meticulous. He says he has some nasty COD gameplay, so we'll see if we can find some of that in Season 1 and heading into the first week. So I just want to say thank you guys for coming on board and taking the time out of your day to speak with us and give a little insight into your organization and the history of it. As we all now know, it is fairly new but growing. So we're excited to have you on board to help you guys further your organization, to push it for growth, and just to see where we'll end after the league play in the playoffs. So I just want to say thank you guys again, and take care.
You too, bro.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.